What's playing now? Stop.
Namaste everyone.
Namaste.
How are you all?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. So it's your last class of the month. Okay. So how much did you enjoy the class? Like all the classes? Do you attend all classes from the morning to evening? Do you attend all classes from morning to evening?
I don't go to anatomy because that's at 3 a.m.
Okay.
But most of the ones.
And other classes do you attend?
Pardon?
Do you attend other classes?
I haven't done the philosophy or Ayurveda this week because it's been just so dark and cold. But yeah, I attended all the other ones.
All right. So any question that you want to ask?
I don't think so.
No questions.
Okay. So let's talk about how we are going to make the flow of vinyasa. Okay. Do you know about that? How we are going to make the flow of the vinyasa that we usually do in our class, right? So how it is supposed to be formed, that I'm going to tell you today. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, now you are. My internet was really bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What I'm saying that so whatever we have done so far, that vinyasa flow. So today I'm going to tell you that how we are going to make that formation of the class. Okay. So in vinyasa flow, what do you observe in the beginning? Like how we start our class from the warm up, then like so many things happens. So how do you differentiate them? Hello. So do you guys have any idea that how we are going to make any class? Miss Catherine?
So in the beginning, we start with singing Om.
Yeah, we start with first Om chanting, then we begin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
then
Om
we
chanting will be at the very first. After that, what will come?
we do some joint movements.
Yeah, joint movement and or
after
stretching. Okay, and that joint movement that can happen by standing or by sitting. Okay, in any way that you can start with. What else?
and then we do the sun salutations.
Yes, then we move on to tabletop. After that, we move on to sun salutation. Okay, so in the tabletop, we will do cat and cow variation, whatever variation we have got in tabletop, that we are going to do. Okay, so we have got so many variation like thread and needle. We'll do one leg back, other hand forward, and then we'll bring our elbow and knee together like this. So these are the variation that we are going to add on in our vinyasa classes. Okay, after that we have third column, that is your sun salutation. Either you can do hatha sun salutation or ashtanga sun salutation. It's completely up to you that how you want to do it, or how, like if people they want intense practice, then you can make it intense by doing that ashtanga sun salutation. If they want easy or like gentle stretches, then you may go with the hatha sun salutation. Okay, so it's completely up to you. And after that, if you want to stretch one particular portion of your body, let's suppose you want to stretch your hips, you want to stretch your hamstring or back or shoulders, so according to it we are going to modify this next column, okay, which will come directly coming after this sun salutation. That will be your preparatory column. In that preparatory column, we will do that poses whichever is going, like whatever you have got in your mind, like what should be the peak pose. Let's suppose your peak pose is back bend, camel pose. So in order to get to there, we have to prepare our this column. Okay, the next column is your peak pose, but before that we have to understand what should be the preparation of this that particular peak pose. Okay, let's suppose your peak pose is leg opening. You want to spread your legs all the way out, so the preparation will be changed. Okay, this is the main thing in vinyasa that we have to keep in our mind. So this preparation should be done in such a way where you will feel all the stretches, like maximum stretches on your that particular region. Okay, like if you want to do back bend, now you will open from your thoracic region, you will open your shoulders, you will work on the all back bend, and then after you will get to, after that you will get to the peak pose. Once you hold there into the peak pose, then we will move on to counter poses or other poses, whatever you want, like counter poses. And then after counter poses, what can we do? Like cooling down sequence in which we don't have to work too much. Okay, we have already got to our theme. Now we will move on to cooling down sequence. After cooling down sequence, we will do little inversions if you want. Otherwise, you may directly lie down into on your spine. And then we will do twisting. After that, we will do shavasana. So this was your hatha flow, in which this is not intense. It's not that much intense. But once you are done with this, once you become flexible, then you can move on to dynamic flow. That dynamic flow is different. In that dynamic flow, we don't work on one particular thing. We don't work on theme based. It's not theme based class. Like that hatha flow, hatha vinyasa flow, that was your theme based class in which we were working on one particular reason. But in this dynamic flow, we are not working on one particular thing. Okay, we are working on the strength. We are building that strength in our body. Okay, so that will be same till your sun salutation. But after the sun salutation, what's gonna change? There will be another column that is called warrior sequences. Okay, these are your symmetric poses in which your one leg is in front, other leg is behind. Okay, whether it is triangle pose, warrior A, warrior B, or side angle pose, they all would be considered as warrior sequence. Okay, in that warrior column. Okay, all those poses will come in there. So this is your warrior sequence in which all poses, wherever your legs are open, wide leg forward bend, side angle pose, humble warrior, reverse warrior, warrior B, trikonasana, everything that will come in there. Okay, in see, if you are already flexible, then you don't feel that much stretch in your these sequence, these poses, right? So that is why we are supposed to do first this hatha vinyasa flow. After that, we need to move on to this dynamic flow. Okay, if you are not flexible, then you cannot get the maximum benefit of this posture, right? So once you become flexible, that is then you can get to this dynamic flow. Once you get this dynamic flow in there, then you will start to move on to your strength. Now these warrior sequences will give you strength that will build the stability in your postures. Okay, the next posture is after this warrior sequence, we have another sequence, another column. What it could be, what you feel like. Yeah, what it should be, your leg balancing sequence. Okay, one leg balancing sequence. You may know like so many posture about like in which one leg is lifted, other leg is dropped down on the mat, right? So all those poses in which you are having one leg bent, other leg on the floor, one leg lifted, they all will come in your this column, like one leg balancing postures. Okay, so we'll make the transition in between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 poses. Like it depends like how many poses that you want to add in that column. Okay, so this sequence will be made in your one leg balance sequence. After that one leg balance sequence, we have shoulder strengthening sequence. Okay, in the shoulder strengthening, we will do all plank, downward facing dog, side plank, or side plank, forearm plank. Okay, and we will do crow pose, We will do, Chaturanga Dandasana, knees, chest in on the floor. These all poses will come in that column. Okay, this was your arm strengthening sequence. After that arm strengthening sequence, see, now we will go for the slight back bend. See, when you do this dynamic flow, we expect you guys have already know about yoga, and then you are a little flexible already. Okay, so that is why you don't feel any intense pose. You don't feel any pose intense. You like this shoulder stretches won't give you much stretch, but it will relax your body. Okay, it will just release the tension. It won't give you that much intensity in that posture. Okay, after this plank pose or this arm stretching sequence, we will move on to our shoulder stretches, like extended puppy pose. That uh, that pose will give you shoulder stretch. You can go against the wall, open your hands, and again stretch your arms. You can wrap your hand like this. This is your eagle hand, or you can grab your hands behind. This is also your stretching of your shoulders. Okay, so this sequence will come in this. After that, we have hip opening, because we have been working out, like we've been working out with our legs. Now we are gonna open our legs too. Okay, we'll give slight stretches, like gentle stretches to our legs, like frog pose, pigeon pose, or legs open against the wall. So these poses will come in that column. Okay, after this slight back bend and openness, we will move on to our inversions. See, if you get yourself, like, if you become flexible from the hamstring, from your lower back, then inversion will be very easy to get there. Okay, so this is why this inversion does not come in your hatha yoga. Basically, it always comes in your dynamic flow. Okay, and in this dynamic flow, this inversion will come, and then we will do headstand, row pose, kondanyasana, evolved kondanyasana, whatsoever is there, so that you can try. Okay, after that we'll move on to twisting, then we'll lie down, and then shavasana. So did you feel any difference in between both of them?
Mm-hmm.
This was your hatha vinyasa, this was your dynamic flow. In this dynamic flow, we just keep on moving. Okay, these are very intense, like it's going to build your strength. But in this hatha vinyasa flow, that will just give you stretches.
And so with the Hatha Yoga flow, you're mostly only working on one area of the body or one pose.
One area of the body, yes. So that's your team-based class. Yeah. Yes. If you have done back bend today, then next day you will do forward bend. In another day you will do open leg opening. Okay. So that will happen like this. So do you guys have any question about this? Both Hatha Vinyasa or dynamic flow? Did you guys understand what did I say?
Yeah, yeah.
So how we are going to do this dynamic flow. Just come up into the tabletop. Now inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, lower your head down, hump on your back. Inhale, again lift your head up. Exhale, head down, hump on your back. Squeeze your butts in. Inhale, again head up, look up high. Exhale, lower your head down, hump on your back. Squeeze your butts in. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down, hump on your back. Inhale, again head up, look up high. Exhale, head down, hump on your back. Now stay there for 3, 2, 1. Inhale again, lift your head up, look up high to the ceiling, press your palms on your mat, and then stay for 3, 2, 1. Now send your legs back for the plank. Drop your knees down, chest down, chin down on the floor. Inhale, swing yourself forward for the cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, roll back on your toes for Parvatasana or downward facing dog. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, stretch your arms over the head. Exhale, bend forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now stay there again, stretch your shoulders, press your palms and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now jump forward again for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down, stretch your shoulders, stretch your legs. Inhale, again take your arms up over the head. All the way come up high, stretch. Exhale, bend forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway look up again. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now again hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now right leg forward in between your hands for the warrior A. Stretch your arms over the head. Exhale, hands on the floor, jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now left leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A again. Hips square. Exhale, hands on the floor. Again, jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, stretch your shoulders. Pull your chest up. Pull your chest down. And then hold for 3, 2, 1. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale for the chair pose, Utkatasana. Now inhale all the way come up high into Tadasana. Now from here we will do eagle pose. Wrap your right leg over your left leg and then right arm over your left arm. Now stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now send your right leg back for the triangle pose. Triangle pose on your left leg. Stretch your right arm up over the head and then stay. 5, 4, 3. Inhale back to the warrior B on your left leg. Arms extended out. Now inhale, sweep your right arm up for the warrior A. Exhale, hands on the floor, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now left leg forward in between your both hands for the warrior A. Arms up. Now from here, place your palms on the floor, jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Inhale, all the way come up high. Now wrap your left leg over your right leg. Now bend your legs, sink your hips down, stretch, and then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Send your left leg back for the warrior, for the triangle pose. Trikonasana. Now stay, stretch, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now back to warrior B. On your left leg, on your right leg, stretch, hold. 5, 4, 3. Inhale, sweep your left hand up for the warrior A or high lunge. Keep your back leg straight. Exhale, press your palms on the floor, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now jump, just listen to me. Now jump forward in between your both hands with your right leg into warrior C. Yes, now keep your back leg straight. Reach high, find the balance, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, all the way come up high without dropping your left leg. Bring your left leg forward and then grab your left leg with your right hand and then twist your spine. With your right hand, twist your spine back, look back to your palm and then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now send your left leg again back for the warrior C. Just find the balance, strengthen your lower back and your hamstring together. Now drop your back leg on the high lunge. Arms up over the head. Now interlock your fingers behind your back. Now pull your chest up, push your hands away from your butt. Exhale, completely bend down into humble warrior. Lower your head down beside your right foot. And then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, back to the high lunge. Arms up over the head. Exhale, press your palms, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now jump in between your both hands with your left leg for the warrior C. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, all the way come up high. Bring your right leg forward without dropping it down. Grab your right leg with your left hand. Now twist your spine back. And then hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now send your right leg again back for the warrior C. And then drop your right leg down into high lunge. Now interlock your fingers behind your back. Pull your chest up. Exhale, completely bend down. Try to drop your head onto the floor beside your left leg. And stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, again stretch your arms up. Exhale, press your palms on the floor, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Inhale, all the way come up high. Stretch your entire body from toes to your head. Stretch, interlock your fingers. Now we will do nice back bend. Take your hands back behind your head. Stretch, pull your chest up, arc on your back. Exhale, bend forward, hands on the floor. Now inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now swing forward into the plank. Drop your forearms on the floor. Now from here, move your hips side to side. Yes, keep on moving, repetitively move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now press your palms on the floor. Come back to the plank. Now lower your left shoulder down, right shoulder down. Drop your right shoulder, sorry, right elbow and then left elbow. Sorry, left elbow and right elbow. Now again, come up into the plank. Yes, and then drop your elbow down. And just keep on moving like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now forearm plank, stay for 5, 2, and 1. Now relax back to the child pose. Relax into the child pose and relax for a while. Now again, come up on the tabletop. Send your legs back for the plank. Drop your knees, chest in on the floor. Inhale, swing yourself forward for the cobra pose. Exhale, roll back on your toes for the downward facing dog. Now stay for 3, 2, 1. Jump forward for the halfway look up. Exhale, completely bend down. Now from here, bend your knees, drop your knees down on the floor. Yes, completely bend forward like a child pose. Now from the child pose, press your palms beside your knees and then lift your hips up and then lift your knees off the floor. Lift your knees off the floor and then stay. Don't tuck your toes, untuck your toes. Flex your toes like this. Lift. Don't tuck your toes, untuck your toes. So what you have to do, untuck your toes, keep your legs like this, press your palms, and then lean forward, lift your knees off the floor. And then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your knees down. Yeah, that's how you have to lift your knees. Okay, now press your palms. Now lift your knees off the floor. Don't tuck, don't tuck. Don't tuck your toes. Yeah, Heidi, don't tuck your toes, untuck your toes. No, this is a tucking toes under. Yes, like this. Press your palms and then reach high and then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your hips down. Now this time we will bring our hands somewhere in between our legs. Okay, beside the legs. Now press your palms again. Press your back of your feet on the floor and then reach your hips high and then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release your hips down. Now press your hands, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we will do slight back bend. Take your right leg up in the air. Now turn your head, just back bend, and then turn your head to the left side to look at your right foot. And then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right leg on the floor. Now take your left leg up in the air all the way high. Stretch. Now look at your left leg and then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release your left leg on the floor. Now drop your knees, chest in on the floor. Inhale, swing yourself forward for the cobra pose. Exhale, roll back on your toes for the downward facing dog. Now jump outside of your hands into the yogi squats. Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Now press your palms. Again, jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Now upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now jump on your knees, jump on your elbows into crow pose. Yes, and then again jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, jump on your elbows into the crow pose. Just find the balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, down dog. Now from here we will do frog pose. Drop your knees on the floor and open your hips out. Yes, push your hips down. Drop your forearms on the floor. And then stay for a while. Normalize your breath. Keep on stretching with every exhalation. Keep pushing your hips down and widen your knees with every exhalation. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now bring your feet together. Now move your hips back towards your feet. Bring your feet together only. And then move your hips back. Yes. And then push your hips down on your mat. And then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now relax back to the child pose. Now we will do headstand. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Sirsasana. Now press your drop your crown of the head down. Reach your legs up for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good job. Once again, try. Last 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release your legs down on your mat. Now drop your head down, rest in child pose. Now from here, lie down on your spine. We will do shoulder stand. Stretch your legs up in the air. So this is your cooling down sequence or relaxing sequence. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now drop your legs behind your head into the plow pose, halasana. Stay 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now drop your knees down beside your ears into the Karnapidasana. Stretch your hips, stretch your lower back together, and try to interlock your fingers behind your back. Push your hands down, stretch your entire shoulder. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now slowly, gently, vertebra to vertebra, get back, all the way lie down on your spine. Now from here, we will do counter pose, that is your fish pose. Lift your chest up and drop your crown of the head down on your mat. If it's possible to lift your both legs up off the floor, lift. And then stretch your arms up over the head. And then hold. 1. No. Take your hands forward. 2. Yes, forward parallel to your feet. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then exhale, release your leg down, arms down, head down. Now let's do bridge pose. Bend your legs at the knee. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Reach your tailbone high. Stretch your hips. Engage your butts. And maximize that strength of your lower back. And now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now drop your hips down on the floor. Now hug your thighs, hug your legs, roll over your spine, rock and roll. Now sit in any comfortable pose and then close your eyes. Now we will chant 1 Om followed by 3 Shanti together. Take a deep breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Bow your head down. Drop your hands. Place your palms on your closed eyes. While blinking, open your eyes. And namaste to everyone. Okay, do you guys have any question?
When you do the dynamic flow, do you have to do the, when you said there's the different columns, like there's the shoulder stretches or leg,
Arm strengthening.
like the warrior column, stuff like that, do you have to do them in the same order each time?
No, not all the time same order. See, in order to make the transition in between two poses, you can go into any column. Let's suppose if you are done with your warrior sequence, it does not mean that you will not come back to the warrior sequence. You may come back to the warrior sequence from the like back bend or from the hip opening, from the one leg balancing pose, in order to make it easy to enter or exit.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Namaste.